Still using airport hacks from 2023? That could be the biggest travel mistake you make all year. In 2025, airports have changed the rules. And I'm not just talking about new security tech. The old tricks? They'll slow you down, flag you for extra screening, or even get you bumped off your flight. In this video, we're revealing 10 critical airport mistakes travelers are still making in 2025. Mistakes that could cost you hours in delays, hidden fees, or even a missed vacation. But here's the good news. Once you understand how the system really works now, you can breeze through airports like a VIP. No stress, no surprises. Before we jump in, hit that like button and subscribe for more insider travel hacks. It helps us keep these secrets coming your way. Let's dive in. Mistake number 1. Relying solely on digital boarding passes. The first major mistake that could derail your entire trip? Putting all your trust in that digital boarding pass. Yes, absolutely check in online during that crucial 24-hour window before departure. Get your boarding pass loaded in the airline's app and email it to yourself. But here's what savvy travelers do the moment they arrive at the airport. They stop at a kiosk and print a physical backup. Why is this so critical? Phone batteries mysteriously die at the worst possible moments. Airport Wi-Fi gets spotty right when you need it most. And even if you've taken a screenshot of your digital pass, certain boarding gate scanners struggle with particular phone screens, forcing you to scramble at the last minute. But here's the sneaky benefit most travelers have no idea about. When you print your boarding pass at the airport kiosk, you can usually see an updated seat map based on who's actually checked in. This is your golden opportunity to swap to a better seat that wasn't available during online check-in. Just last month, this simple hack saved me in Bangkok when my iPhone decided to do a random update right as I was trying to board my flight to the US. Having that printed pass meant I boarded with my zone instead of standing there helplessly watching everyone else get on the plane. Think that's just a one-time fluke? Think again. Let me show you how to avoid the next costly mistake. Number 2. Camping out at your gate too early. While most travelers believe camping out at their gate is the responsible thing to do, it can actually work against you in a major way. Here's what the airlines don't tell you. Gate agents are tasked with making sure every carry-on fits on the plane. And when they're looking for bags to gate check, guess whose luggage gets the most scrutiny? The passengers who've been sitting right in front of them for the past 2 hours. You've essentially made yourself an easy target. Gate agents typically need to check several bags, and it's far more efficient for them to flag early arrivals with their carry-ons than to scramble during the boarding rush. Now, I'm not saying you should cut it close. Know exactly where your gate is, especially in those massive airports where you might need a 25-minute walk or a shuttle bus. But once you've verified your gate information, find somewhere nearby to sit instead of parking yourself directly in the agent's line of sight. But wait, how do you make sure you have the most current flight information? That brings us to the next critical mistake. Number 3, relying on outdated flight information. Taking a screenshot of your boarding pass is smart for backup, but relying on that static image for up-to-date gate information? That's a rookie move that could leave you sprinting through terminals. You need real-time information, especially as gate changes happen with alarming frequency these days. The most reliable method is checking the flight information boards throughout the airport. Not near a board? Here's a smartphone hack most travelers don't know about. Simply text yourself your flight number, and it will transform into a clickable link showing live updates on gate changes, delays, and boarding times. Another option is using your airline's app for push notifications. Just remember, both these digital methods require a stable internet connection. Speaking of connections, that leads us to possibly the most dangerous airport mistake of all. Number 4. Connecting to public Wi-Fi unprotected. When you're desperate for internet at the airport, connecting to any available Wi-Fi network seems harmless, right? Wrong. This is exactly how travelers have their personal information stolen every single day. That's where today's sponsor, NordVPN, comes in. Think of NordVPN as a secure tunnel for your internet connection, encrypting all your data and making it impossible for hackers to intercept your personal information. Scammers often set up fake Wi-Fi networks that mimic official airport networks. Once you connect, they can monitor everything you do, from your passwords to your banking details. But with NordVPN enabled on your device, you're protected even if you accidentally connect to one of these scam hotspots. I never travel without it. Knowing my bank details, passwords, and travel documents are secure whether I'm on a crowded public network or have mistakenly connected to something suspicious. If you're getting ready for your next trip, I've linked an exclusive NordVPN deal just for Passport Pro viewers in the video description below. Don't miss it! Want to know another way airports are silently draining your travel budget? Let me show you. Mistake number 5. Using airport currency exchange services. I completely understand the peace of mind that comes with having local currency in your pocket before even landing in a foreign destination. But those currency exchange kiosks? They're counting on that feeling of nervousness and charging you an outrageous premium for it. Here's what travel pros do instead. Use a credit card with no foreign transaction fees for most purchases abroad, and withdraw cash from ATMs at your destination airport if needed. The exchange rates are significantly better, sometimes saving you up to 10% compared to those airport kiosks. Still prefer the security of having some local currency before arrival. At least check the current exchange rate before agreeing to any conversion. There's a built-in currency converter in your iPhone calculator. Use it to quickly verify if you're getting a fair deal or being ripped off. The next mistake might seem innocent enough, but trust me, you'll be thankful you avoided it on your next long-haul flight. Number 6. Sampling duty-free products before flying. We've all been tempted by those luxurious duty-free samples. That $500 face cream just sitting there, practically begging to be tried before your 12-hour flight. It seems like a free pre-flight treat, but here's why seasoned travelers never touch them. First, you have absolutely no idea how long that sample has been sitting there, or how many people have dipped their fingers into it before you. Airports are essentially germ festivals, and the last thing you want is to be touching your face after handling security bins, escalator rails, and everything else. But the biggest risk? Trying new skincare products right before being trapped in a pressurized cabin for hours. Being stuck at 35,000 feet with a sudden allergic reaction or skin irritation is definitely not the kind of in-flight entertainment you want. Think that's bad? The next mistake could leave you completely stranded when you land. Number 7. Letting your phone battery die before boarding. It's incredibly easy to get caught up watching videos or catching up on work while waiting for your flight, only to realize your battery is at 20% right as boarding begins. This is a massive problem since you can't count on having a working power outlet at your seat. Sometimes the airplane ports are broken. Sometimes they're the wrong type, like USB-A instead of USB-C. And some older planes don't have them at all. Plus, you're definitely going to need your phone when you land for ride apps, hotel information, or directions. If you're desperate for a charge and all the obvious charging spots are taken, here's an insider secret. Check sleepinginairports.com. This site provides detailed maps of major airports worldwide, showing exactly where to find everything from power outlets to water fountains. And here's my ultimate emergency charging hack. Check behind vending machines. Outlets are typically grouped in sets of 2, so there's usually one unused one back there. It might look a little sketchy reaching behind a vending machine, but when your phone is dead, desperate times call for desperate measures. But even with a charged phone, you could still miss your flight if you're making this next critical mistake. Number 8. Tuning out gate announcements. Those airport announcements can seem repetitive and sometimes difficult to understand, but missing an important one about your flight could mean missing your flight entirely. I learned this lesson the hard way in Vietnam when my flight actually took off 1 hour early because everyone except me was already on board. I was on the phone with my mom when she suddenly asked, "Megan, are they calling your name over the announcements?" While the Vietnamese accent didn't do my full name any justice, they were indeed making the final boarding call for me. I sprinted to the gate and was the last person to board. The plane literally took off moments after I sat down. And this was during early 2020 when flights were being canceled left and right. So missing it could have left me stranded indefinitely. Consider taking your headphones off or keeping the volume at a reasonable level. especially if you're not sitting with your gate in sight. Flight schedules change, gates move, and sometimes, yes, planes even leave early. But what about the opposite problem? That brings us to another mistake that could leave you embarrassed and at the back of the line. Number 9. Boarding before your group is called. While missing your boarding call is problematic, trying to board before your assigned group is equally troublesome. Airlines are cracking down hard on boarding zone enforcement, with many installing automated scanning systems that will reject your boarding pass with a loud, embarrassing beep if you try to sneak in early. Not only is this mortifying in front of a crowd of fellow travelers, but you'll also be sent to the back of the boarding line. Talk about a double penalty. If you're unsure about your boarding zone, it's usually printed right on your boarding pass as a number, typically 1 to 10 or letter, A to D. Many airline apps now feature a push notification when it's specifically your zone's turn to board. Delta and United already offer this, with other airlines rolling it out soon. Just make sure your notifications are turned on if you plan to rely on this feature. And finally, a mistake that catches even the most experienced travelers off guard. Number 10. Expecting consistent TSA security procedures. One of the biggest airport rookie moves is assuming you know exactly what to expect at security screening, or that it will be the same process as your last flight. The reality: airport security has tremendous variability built into it by design. This keeps potential threats guessing, but it also means it's never predictable for regular travelers. While TSA is rolling out automated screening lanes and advanced CT scanners that can detect threats without removing liquids and electronics, these aren't available everywhere yet. And even where these new technologies exist, they might not be operating as intended when you pass through. Don't be that grumpy traveler arguing with the TSA about how, "Last time I didn't have to take my laptop out," or the stressed passenger shocked that security is taking an hour when it was 20 minutes on your previous trip. Security technology and procedures can change daily or even hourly as equipment gets tested, updated, or temporarily taken offline. The classic 3-1-1 liquids rule, 3.4-ounce containers in a 1-quart clear bag, 1 bag per passenger, is still very much in effect at most checkpoints. For now, your best strategy is to pack liquids in an easily accessible spot. Be prepared to remove shoes and jackets, and take out larger electronics. Then be pleasantly surprised if you're told you can skip any of these steps. If these new CT scanners, digital ID self-screening lanes, and automated systems are news to you, you'll definitely want to check out my recent video covering all the emerging technologies rolling out at airports across the US. I'll link it in the description and put it on screen now. What's your biggest airport pet peeve or the most stressful part of flying for you? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one and use your feedback to plan future videos. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join us back here for more insider travel tips and money-saving hacks each week. Safe travels!